tomorrow will still be beautiful. There are days when it feels like the world is turning its back on you, when dreams feel too far away, and you start to wonder if you still have the strength to keep going. I know that feeling because I've been there. When I was 17, I loved basketball. I lived for the court, for the sound of the ball hitting the ground, for the early morning practices that made me feel alive. I believed that with hard work, I could reach any dream. Then one day, I collapsed during practice. A few weeks later, the doctors told me I had leukemia. In just one sentence, my life changed. I went from being an athlete full of energy to a patient lying in a hospital bed, surrounded by machines and silence. I cried when my hair fell out. I cried when I couldn't walk. I cried watching my mother sit beside me every night, trying to stay strong for the both of us. There were nights when I wished I wouldn't wake up the next morning, and then something changed. They moved me to a new room, and there I met Lynn, a 6-year-old girl also battling cancer. She had the biggest smile I'd ever seen. Every morning, she would show me her drawings and say, "When I get better, I want to race you on the basketball court. You can't lose to me, okay?" I didn't know what to say. This tiny girl, weaker than me in every way, still had so much hope. And if she could smile, maybe I could try. From that day on, I started to fight, not just to survive, but to live. I learned to walk again. I kept a journal. I recorded every pain, every small victory, and I reminded myself every day, as long as I was breathing, I had a reason to keep going. 3 years later, I was declared in remission. No, I didn't become a professional basketball player, but I found something more meaningful. I started telling my story to patients, to students, to anyone who needed a reason to keep trying. I said what I once needed to hear. You're going to be okay. Don't be afraid. You are not alone. I'm not sharing this to be admired. I'm sharing this because maybe, just maybe, you're listening to this right now, feeling like you've hit your lowest point. And I want you to know you don't have to be strong all the time. You just have to be brave enough not to give up. One day, you'll look back and smile because you didn't quit. And you'll realize, like I did, tomorrow will still be beautiful.